My name is William Gallagher. I'm coming today from Market Traders Institute. I'm actually really excited today because I'm actually going to be presenting something that I normally don't present in these investor inspirations. I'm actually going to be demonstrating you some manual analysis on how to manually analyze this market utilizing our charting software and some of the tools that we've created here at Market Traders Institute. But I'm also going to show you and demonstrate for you a very simple trading strategy that I'll also demonstrate for you when we get into the live market here today. Now, before we begin, let me just go ahead and do a quick housekeeping item before we actually get started with this, because I am about to go into the live market. I am going to teach you a trading strategy on how to do this, but I just want to let everybody know that there is no such thing as an undefeated season with trading. Now, you shouldn't invest money that you can't afford to lose, and you should always trade with proper equity management in mind. And I'll get into that when we actually get into the charts here in just a second. But one of the most important things I do want to explain to everybody is that we are going to go into the charts. I am going to teach you a trading strategy. The most important thing you need to take away from this is that I can't trade for you. I'm not a CTA. I can't actually trade for you. So before you place any trade, you must understand the risk involved, and don't take what I'm showing you today as actual investment advice. Now, another reason we're really excited here today is because one of our professional analysts here, one of our master traders, Joshua Martinez, he actually has just released his latest prediction. For those of you that may have caught my colleague earlier here today, Joe Cavallaro, he probably touched on this, but for those of you that may have missed it, tonight at 7 o'clock, Josh is actually going to be having a live webinar where he's going to get together our students. He's going to go over this prediction with them. Now, the neat thing about this is that because of Josh's track record, over the past year, he has actually captured 38,000 pips. For those of you that don't know what a pip is right now, don't worry, I'll explain that what it is, but you might want to write that down because it's pretty important, pretty extraordinary to be able to do that as a master trader. But most importantly, for those of you that stick around to the end of the webinar, I'll show you how you can get into that live session here today where Josh is actually going to be breaking down this pound breakout prediction. This is the new prediction that he's getting ready to launch. For those of you wondering, this is $70,000 to $130,000 of opportunity in the next 6 months. We are already up quite a bit on it. Still plenty of opportunity to get involved with this here today. So stick with me. I'll show you how to get into that live webinar with Josh here today. You actually get to trade live with him this evening at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. You might want to go ahead and write that down. Now, before we begin, as Renee already mentioned, my name is William Gallagher. I'm coming to you live here today from the Market Traders Institute. A little bit about my background before we get started. I've actually been trading in the investment market since 1998. I've also worked for several different financial companies. I also was part of starting and launching an entirely new financial services company from the ground floor up. Most importantly, that I want you to take away from this is that I am actually a student of Market Traders Institute. We have, about 250 of you here in the room here today. Like those of you here in the room today, I was once just like you. I was in a webinar just like this. I was going through the webinar. So I'm wondering to myself, is this something that I could do? Could I learn from Market Traders Institute? So I, in fact, did say yes. In fact, everything I'm going to be teaching you and showing you here today, I actually have learned from Market Traders Institute and this education. So those of you here today that are brand new, in essence, I was just like you just a few short years ago, and you can see the type of results and the type of trading I'm able to do in this market here. Now, to kind of set the agenda here, let me explain to you what we're going to be going over here today. I'm going to go over the Forex market. For those of you that are not familiar with it, don't worry. I'll take you by the hand, take a minute or two, get you up to speed in the Forex market. Then we'll go into the actual live market. I'll actually show you how I manually analyze the market using our tools, our charting platform. I'll also demonstrate for you the momentum breakout strategy that was created here by Market Traders Institute. Actually, just since September, this strategy, our master analysts have captured over 7,000 pips, actually 7,564 pips using the same strategy I'm about to show you here today. For those of you that missed my colleague earlier, let me explain to you who MTI is. MTI stands for Market Traders Institute. In fact, like I said, I'm coming to you live from the Market Traders Institute here in Orlando, Florida. This building you see on your screen right here, this is actually our building. I'm actually broadcasting live out of that building here today. It's a 70,000 square foot training and trading facility. We have students that come to our building on a daily basis. They get trained live here in our classrooms each and every day. For those of you that can't make the trip here to Central Florida, don't worry, we can teach you and show you how to do this right from the comfort of your own home, right on your computer. Now, a little bit about Market Traders Institute. We're actually getting ready to celebrate our 23rd anniversary next month in April. As I mentioned, we are located in Orlando, Florida. For those of you familiar with the Central Florida area, we're about 15 minutes or so north of Walt Disney World, the happiest place on the planet. We actually have over 200 employees here, and we're growing each and every month. We've served over 30,000 clients over the last 23 years. Most importantly, though, our mission is to create successful traders, taking you by the hand, teaching you and showing you actually how to do all this here. Our mission statement, though, is really that we never leave a client behind. We're here to take you by the hand, teach you and show you how to do this. More importantly, support you as you're going along. Now, we are getting some notoriety. A couple of the media, a couple different magazines have picked us up. You can see CNN, CNBC, Fox Business, Inc. 5000. We were actually ranked recently on the Inc. 5,000 list of fastest growing companies, looking to break into the Inc. 500 this year. Most importantly, though, we're getting some recognition from this, and we're getting some people that are actually saying, hey, these people know what they're doing. Now, also, some of you might recognize this gentleman here named Kevin Harrington. You might recognize him as one of the original sharks from the TV show Shark Tank. He actually has seen our education. He saw our education. He said, hey, I want to get involved with this here. So Kevin Harrington here, excited because he's come on board here. He's actually helping us here with what's called the Trade Like a Shark program. He was actually just in our office, I think, last week. He's around here a lot, actually helping us with this as well. So huge opportunity here in 2017 to partner with us, partner with one of the sharks from the original Shark Tank here. Most importantly, though, we're about results here. Now, to kind of show you the kind of results we're getting here in just the last 4 months, because we're able to track our students' results through our charting platform, our students have actually captured over 575,869 pips in real money trading accounts in just the last 4 months. If you were trading with a standard lot, if that's valued at $10 a pip, they've generated nearly $5.8 million in just the last 4 months using the same strategies, same software, same education I'm about to show you here. So I know we don't have a lot of time here today, so what I want to do is I want to quickly shift gears. What I want to do right now is let's get into what the Forex market is. Let me explain to you, for those of you that are brand new, what the Forex market is. Now, the Forex market, it's a very liquid market. It's the largest financial market with almost limitless amounts of liquidity. Now, what that really means is that it's a market of limitless financial opportunity. More importantly, it's very easy to get in and out of this market very quickly. It's also a very flexible market. There are 3 major trading sessions that go on daily in this market. So what that means is that you can literally trade this market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, from 5 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, through 5 o'clock p.m. on Friday. It's a very large market. In fact, the Forex market is the largest financial market. There's over $5 trillion that is daily traded in this market. In fact, if you were to take all the other financial markets, add them up together, still wouldn't equal what the Forex market's doing in just one day. So there's a ton of potential in this market for people just like you and me who are looking just to capture a fraction of that. Now, one more important thing about the Forex market, not the liquidity, the flexibility, the size, but most importantly, the focus in the Forex market. Unlike the stock market, where there are thousands of stocks you can watch and trade, in the Forex market, there's only about 60 different currency pairs you can trade. So the neat thing about this is that we have 23 years of experience. We're going to take you by the hand and teach you and show you how to trade them, plus teach you the secrets to trading them. So most importantly, though, there are 7 major currency pairs that we trade here. You might want to write this down. You have the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, the euro, the pound, the yen, the Swiss franc, the Australian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi. So I'm telling you, if you already know these, if you have these in your back pocket, you're already 80% of the way there. If you already know what the major currencies are, what the neat thing about this is, I'm going to take you by the hand now and show you how we actually trade them. So if everybody has this written down, let's go ahead. Let me explain to you what's going to happen when I pull up my charts here in just a second. Now, when I pull up my charts, you're going to see a chart that looks like this. For those of you that are not familiar, this is what's called a candlestick chart. I'll explain to you what a candlestick chart is here in just one second. But most importantly, what I want you to do to start off, I want you to look in the upper left-hand corner of this screen here. When we look at our charts, upper left-hand corner, this is the currency pair. You see, what we do in this market is we trade one country's currency against another in an attempt to figure out which one's going to gain in value against the other. So in this case, on this chart you're seeing here, it's the pound versus the US dollar. Now, the way this market works is we actually teach our students how to trade using what are called Japanese candlesticks. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail explain to you what Japanese candlesticks are, but what they do is they measure what the market has done in whatever time frame you select on your chart. So if we go back up to the upper left-hand corner of my screen once again, you can see that this chart is on a 1 hour time frame. In fact, the chart I'll pull up here is going to be on a 1 hour time frame. So all you really need to know is that each one of these candlesticks represents what the market has done in whatever time frame you select. In this case here, the white candlesticks, if you're taking notes, write this down. The white candlesticks are called bullish candlesticks. What that means is that during that hour of time frame, the market went up and closed up. The dark blue candlesticks, those are called bearish candlesticks. What that means is that the market, it went down and closed down during that 1 hour of time frame. So all you really need to know for this presentation is that white means the market went up, dark blue went down. I assure you we will take you by the hand and we can teach you in much greater detail on what these candlesticks mean. But one more thing before these candlesticks I need to tell you about is that these candlesticks, they form what are called candlestick formations. Now these candlestick formations, these are the sign language of the market. They help to tell a trader a story. If you look at this bottom one here, bottom left-hand corner, this is a Morningstar candlestick formation. What this is saying, hey Charles, hey Henry, Ray, Dan, look for this market to U-turn and go upward in a bullish movement. This candlestick formation at the top here is called an evening star candlestick formation. This is saying, hey Wade, Josh, Andrew, look for this market to U-turn and go downward in a bearish movement. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of details explaining these. When I pull up my charts, I just want to explain to you how we look at these to help find these U-turns in the market. But I assure you, as a student of Market Traders Institute, we will take you by the hand. We will teach you in detail how to identify these candlestick formations and how to trade with them. One more quick thing we need to know before I actually pull up the charts and I start showing you how to analyze the market using our education and our tools here. You need to know what a pip is. I had a couple of you here asking what's a pip. I saw Jay and Mason and Ethan. I saw you guys ask what a pip is. So before we go in, let me quickly explain to you what we're trying to do in this market. We are trying to capture what are called pips. PIP is an acronym. It stands for price interest point. So let me quickly break this down to the simplest of terms of how this actually works. I'm sure everybody in the room here, we have 250 of you here in the room, you probably already know, most of you, if not all of you, already know that there are 100 pennies in a US dollar. So a penny, it represents 1/100th of a US dollar. Now, if we were looking for a unit of measure that is smaller than a penny, it would be the equivalent to what is called a pip. Once again, PIP stands for price interest point. If we were to look at this number right here, the first two decimal points, first two numbers past the decimal, these are your pennies. The next two here, these are your pips. So very simply, all you really need to look at here are these last two digits here. Also, all you need to know is that a pip, it represents 1/100th of a penny, just like a penny represents 1/100th of a dollar. And there are 100 pips in a penny, just as there are 100 pennies in a US dollar. So if everybody has that written down, there's only one more thing we need to know before we jump in. We need to determine how much each one of these pips is worth. You see, in the Forex market, we utilize leverage. This leverage is going to be provided by your broker. Now, this is going to allow you to place the trade and to generate a leveraged return on those trades here. So let's go ahead. Let me quickly explain to you what we do in the Forex market with this leverage. We trade in what are called lots. Now, we have three major lot sizes. You might want to write this down. We have what are called micro lots. We have what are called mini lots. And then we have what are called standard lots. So let me quickly explain to you here a micro lot. A micro lot is about a $20 investment per trade. Your broker is going to borrow this investment size, once again, to allow you to place the trade and to generate a leveraged return on your trades. We also have what are called mini lots. Now, a mini lot is about a $200 investment per trade. We also have what are called standard lots. A standard lot is the standard by which most traders strive to achieve in this market. It is about a $2,000 investment per trade. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to placing the trade, it comes down to how confident you are in your trade. That's one of the factors you can consider when deciding what lot size to trade at. So let's go through these here. Let me explain to you the type of results you can expect from each different lot size. With a micro lot, each pip that you capture, it's going to be worth 10 cents. So it's a $20 investment per trade. Each pip's going to be worth 10 cents. With a mini lot, the next step up, each pip that you capture is going to be worth about $1. So it's about a $200 investment per trade. Each pip is worth $1. Now the standard lot, once again, this is where we strive to get every trader to trade at. This level, each pip is now going to be worth $10. And once again, it's going to be about a $2,000 investment per trade. So our goal, as part of our education, we can even teach you and show you how to set up a demo trading account where you can actually practice trading before you actually invest into your account. But most of you will probably start off trading at a micro lot level. What you'll do is you'll go and you start trading. Once you're confident, you'll start trading at that micro lot level. You'll build up your confidence, you'll build up your account level to get to the point where you start trading at a mini lot level. Once again, as your account level builds, as your confidence level builds, we'll get you to the point where you start trading at a standard lot level. Now, for simplicity's sake here for this webinar, I'm going to be utilizing a standard lot in representing the type of results we're getting, but you can determine what type of trader you are, whether you're a micro lot trader, a mini lot trader, or a standard lot. So we don't have much more time here today, so what I'm going to do is let's go into the charts. And as I mentioned, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off utilizing some manual analysis. I'm going to show you how we use the charting platform, use the tools and some of the automated tools that are built into our charting platform here, show you how I manually analyze the market. And once again, I learned all of this from Market Traders Institute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to show you how to utilize support and resistance. I'm going to show you how to utilize trend lines, how to utilize those candlesticks I just showed you. I'm going to teach you and show you what a breakout is. I'm also going to show you what the ABCDs are, but also I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you what Fibonaccis are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring over my charts, and if everybody could just be so kind, right now you should see two charts on your screen. When you actually see this, can everybody just do me a favor? I'm going to grab a quick sip of water here. Type in Y, type in yes when you actually see the charts, because we're going to start doing some analyzing in this market right now. So I'll be right back. Great, thank you for that. Thomas, thank you. Thank you, Oliver, Henry, Joseph. Yeah, so does everybody see the two charts on our screen here? Okay, great, thank you. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by showing you how to manually analyze this market. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make the screen bigger here. I want to actually bring that up here. Ron was just asking about this charting platform here. Yeah, Ron, this is our ultimate charting platform. You're actually, as part of the Momentum Breakout course, you will actually get to take this for a test drive today as well. I'll show you how to get this in your hands here today. Take it for a test drive for about 60 days, absolutely risk-free. So what I'm going to do is, before we go in here, I know we have a lot of brand new people here. Thank you for that, Bill, Raymond, Terrence. Thank you for letting me know you see the charts. As I mentioned, we are looking at a candlestick chart. Upper left-hand corner, you can see that this is the Great British Pound, Japanese yen. So in essence, what we're doing on this chart is we are trading the Great British Pound versus the Japanese yen in an attempt to figure out which one's going to gain in value against the other. Right next to it, as I mentioned before, this is on a 1 hour chart. Each one of these candlesticks represents what the market has done in 1 hour of time frame. Very simply, on the right hand side of my screen, this is the price action. Down below here, this is the time. So let's go ahead, let's start off by analyzing this market. Yeah, one of the things about our charting software here, this is something at MTI, we've invested millions of dollars into this technology. We actually have a couple unique and patent pending features I'm going to demonstrate for you as part of the manual analysis here, but I don't spend a lot of time doing a lot of manual analysis, so let's go ahead, let's jump in. If you're taking notes, this is what I want you to write down right now. There are 3 things we need to know as an educated trader before we actually get into a trade. Number 1, which direction is the market going? That's number 1. We have to determine whether the market's going up or going down. Number 2, we need to determine where and why to get into the market. And we need to determine, number 3, where and why to get out. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you. I'm going to give you some basic analysis right now showing you how we can find which direction is the market going. Number 2, where and why to get into a trade. And number 3, where and why to get out. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move this over here. Let's move this down here to the bottom corner. Yeah, there's a lot of neat things. This charting platform is very easy to use. It's very user-friendly. I've used other charting platforms. Very top-notch, very user-friendly to use this charting platform. So let's start off by answering question number 1. How do we determine very quickly which direction is the market going? Well, number 1, what we can do is we can draw what's called a trend line, just like this. And all we're simply doing here is we're connecting the dots. I'm drawing my trend line just like this. Now, I just drew this manually here. I just simply drew a manual trend line. Here's the neat thing about our charting platform, is that we have built-in auto features. We call these smart tools. I actually have a smart trend line tool. I don't even have to know how to actually draw a trend line. I can come up here to the beginning of this new trend and just simply click right there, and then bam. I can extend this just like that, and my trend line is quickly, accurately, and automatically drawn for me right there. Now, the key point about a trend line, in fact, let me type that out for everybody, a trend line. The neat thing about a trend line is going to help us to take some of the fear out of the market. When we are above this trend line, we are in the buy zone. When we are below the trend line, we are in the sell zone. So essentially, as you can see here, as the market's going down, we are selling the market here. In fact, actually, Thomas just asked me this question a couple of minutes ago. Can you short the Forex market? Absolutely. We can teach you how to make money in this market when it's going up or when it's going down. So it's called shorting the market. I'm not going to go into detail explaining that, but yeah, you can make money. I'll show you how you can make money in this market when it's going up or when it's going down. But most importantly, as you can see right here, as the market came down right here, it broke above this trend line. This is what we call a breakout. This is what we're looking for. And the charting platform in the momentum breakout course I'm about to show you here is going to help us to find these breakouts. But I just want to show you how we can manually do this. If you want to use manual tools, we can teach you how to do this, but right here we have a breakout. So what this has done right here is this has given me an educated opinion where I believe that the market is going up. I am now looking to buy the market. I'm in the buy zone. So does everybody see there how very quickly here we just answered question number one. We can draw a trend line or use our smart tool and automatically draw a trend line, and we're in the buy zone. So right now we've answered question number one. Which direction is the market going? We believe it's going up. So we're looking for a buying opportunity. Now, let's come in here. Let me delete some of this. We've determined the breakout, so we're looking to buy off of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in right now, because we can't just simply start trading right here. Literally, you could just simply just jump into the market, but that's not what an educated trader does. Here's what an educated trader is going to do. I'm going to zoom in. What we're going to do is we're now going to help to determine where and why to get into the market and where and why to get out. So I'm going to zoom in nice and tight because we had a very small little what's called an ABCD pattern. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is let me go ahead and draw that out for everybody. What we're looking for is an A, B, C, D pattern. In fact, let me go ahead, let me expand this just a little bit. Now, the reason we're looking for this ABCD pattern, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize what's called the Fibonacci tool. The Fibonacci tool is going to help us to look for these and measure these waves in the market, these ABCD movements here. So let me quickly explain to you how the Fibonacci tool works. Fibonacci tool, once we determine this A to B boundary, and I'll explain to you here in just a second why this is an A to B boundary, what we're going to be looking for. In fact, let me draw this out for everybody. A to B, just like this. So it goes A to B. What we have found is that in between this A to B boundary, there is a high probability of what's called a pullback or a retracement. When we identify this A to B boundary, I can come in here and I can use our customized Fibonacci tool, just like that. In fact, I'm going to zoom in on this. Let me zoom in on this for everybody, just like this. So the Fibonacci tool is going to help us to predict where the market is going based on where it's been. These Fibonacci levels. Somebody just asked here, what was that? Jared just asked here, why are these colored? Why are these colored? Well, this is something that is exclusive to Market Traders Institute. We can teach you and show you how to colorize your Fibonaccis. It helps to make it very easy. We make it very easy to understand. We color coordinate it. If the market pulls back, it goes A, B. If it pulls back and forms its C point, this U-turn, we're looking for this U-turn. If the market pulls back and forms this U-turn, I'm going to show you here in just a second how we can identify a U-turn, and we buy into the market after that U-turn. I'll go into detail, explain to you how this works. Because it pulled back to the red retracement level, I would then be looking to exit my position at the red extension. These are levels above the B level. These are extensions. Below, these are retracements. So essentially what we're looking for the market to do is move in this A, B, C, D movement, and how far it pulls back and retraces is going to help us determine where we exit the trade. So if the market pulls back to a red retracement level and we buy into the market after this U-turn, we would hold our position and exit at the red extension, like a buddy system, red to red. if the market pulls back to the blue retracement level and forms this U-turn, forms this C. Once again, I'm going to teach you and show you how to identify a U-turn in just a second here. If we buy into the market after that U-turn, we are going to hold our position and we will look for our D at the blue extension, like a buddy system, blue to blue. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you can probably already guess if the market pulls back to the green retracement level and forms that C point, and we buy into the market after that U-turn, which color are we getting out at? Yeah, we're going to hold our position, get out at the green extension, like a buddy system, green to green. So does everybody see how easy this is to use these Fibonaccis? Let's go into the market now. Let's delete this here, and I'm going to teach and show you how this actually works in the live market. I'm going to show you actually a tool that does all of this automatically as well. It's called our Smart Fibonacci tool. But let me show you how to manually do it, because we'll teach you and show you how to do this. This is part of our Forex Foundation program. You're going to get a full education as part of this as well. So I've identified my A to B boundary right here. The reason this is an A, it's called a proper low. We'll teach you and show you how to identify a proper low and what's called a proper high. So I've made this my A to B boundary. Let's zoom in here nice and tight on this so everybody can see this. So there's my A to B boundary, and I come in here and I spread my Fibonacci tool from the A to the B just like that. Very simple, very easy to use. A to B. Now, does everybody see what happened here? The market pulled back right here. Right. In fact, let me draw a line. The market pulled back right there to my middle red retracement level, and then it formed a candlestick formation right here. And like I said, we'll teach you and show you how to identify these. This is called a Morningstar candlestick formation. I think that was the one I showed you in my example here. So what we would look to do then is we would look then to buy. This is that, once again, sign language of the market, saying Jay, Ethan, Jacob, Bill, look for this market to U-turn and go upward in a bullish movement. So what we would do is we'd buy. Let me move this up here. Oops, sorry about that. If we buy at the close of that candlestick right there, let me make this a little bit cleaner. If we had a red retracement pullback, which color are we getting out at? Yeah, we would look to get out at the red extension, like a buddy says, some red. So in this case right here, this first trade, if we bought at the close of this candlestick and we exit at the red retracement, that would be worth 28 pips. So not the biggest trade here, but I'm going to show you some other examples here. So watch what happens here. Each one of these candlesticks represents 1 hour. So 2 hours later, the market does in fact rally up, and we do in fact get those 28 pips. So not too bad, 28 pips. And that was in 2 hours. Not too bad. Now, if you were trading with a standard lot, the standard lot, those 28 pips, that would equal about $280 in 2 hours using a standard lot as your trading here. So does everybody see that? Is everybody happy with those type of results here? It's only 28 pips if you're trading a standard lot, $280 in 2 hours. Not too bad. So the next neat thing about this is that what you need to know about the Forex market is that the Forex market, it repeats itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to delete these previous Fibonacci's. We're going to delete these here because they're no longer valid. And what we need to do now is we need to find our new A to B boundary. So then the market rallies up, keeps coming up here. In fact, let's pull this down just a little bit, and then begins to U-turn and go back down again here. So we've now identified our new A to B boundary. This is our new A. That C point becomes the A, and this point right here. In fact, let's just move this one more. There we go. So that's our B point right there. So we have our new A to B boundary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one more quick example of this. I'm going to show you how to do all this automatically here. So watch what happens. We extend our Fibonacci's from that A to the B, just like what we did on that first trade. Not doing anything different here. We'll teach you and show you how to do all this, but watch what happens. The market then begins to pull back, just like this, and then begins to U-turn. So it pulls back right here, right above, or right at our top red retracement level. So in this case right here, we have another candlestick formation. We'll teach you how to identify this candlestick formation right here. Let me make this a little bit bigger for everybody so everybody can see this. This is an engulfing bullish candlestick. Once again, sign language of the market. Let me back that up, saying, hey, look for this market to U-turn and go upward in a bullish movement. So the neat thing about this here is we've been looking to buy into the market at the close of that candlestick right there. Everybody see why? Once again, this is now going to be our C point because we believe the market's going to U-turn. And at this point right here, we had a red retracement pullback. So which color are we going to be looking to get out of this trade here? We'd be looking to exit our trade. Our D would be right there at the red extension, like a buddy system, red to red. So Carl's just asking, why are these different colors? Yeah, this is exclusive to Market Traders Institute. We actually will teach and show you how to set this up, make it very easy to understand. Now, we did teach we did talk about teaching proper risk management. So a couple different ways of setting what's called a stop loss here. One way is you can set your stop loss. I'm going to make this red here. One way is to set your stop loss 10 to 15 pips below this U-turn. So we could come in here, set this probably right about somewhere right around there. That could be our stop loss. Or what we could do is we can set our stop loss down here below the A. The reason for this, and we'll teach you this, it's a saying that the owner of our companies came up with. That is, if the market does not take out the A, the market has no choice but to go your way. Very simple here. So if we would be a conservative trader, we simply place our stop loss right below the A. So we have our entry, stop loss set, our limit is set, and your limit is set right in your broker's platform. So at this point, we're ready to go. Let's see what ends up happening on this trade. So if we buy into the market rallies up a little bit, pulls back a little bit, but then eventually does rally up. Let's see if we can make that quicker. Rallies up, hits our limit. So right there, we are now out of this trade. So if we bought into the market right here at the close of that candlestick and we exit right here at our D extension. Everybody see that red to red? In this case here, I pull out this tool that I'm showing you here. This is our ruler tool. This measures the amount of pips. So for those of you asking, how do we measure the amount of pips? Watch this. I take my ruler tool, I just go just like that. And just like that, if you look in the upper left-hand corner of my screen, I'll hold this here for a second. The range, that is the amount of pips. So that trade right there was 130 pips. And this was in about a day and a half. So that was, what did I say? That was 128 pips. So plus 128 pips, and that was we'll say 2 days. In 2 days, we'll be a little bit conservative on that. Now, if you were trading a standard lot, once again, those 128 pips, that'd be worth $1,280 in profit or so. Right about $1,280 in profit in just those 2 days. So not too bad here. We found the breakout. We found that breakout. And so far, these first two trades, not too bad. We have 28 pips and we have 128 pips in about what? We'll say with those were within 2 days here. So who wants to see one more? How many of you would want to see one more of these here? Because I want to go ahead. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Carl, thank you. Roger, Alan. Yeah, a couple of you want to see one more. I'll show you one more demonstration. Let's go ahead. Let's clean all this up. Oops. That's the other neat thing about our charting platform is we have undo buttons. So let's go ahead. Let's delete some of this here, make our charts nice and clean. And I'll show you one more of these here, and I'll show you something really special on how we do this here. We actually have a tool, like I said, that does all of this automatically here. So watch what happens here. The market comes up and then begins to U-turn again. So at this point right there, there's our new A to B boundary. So there would be A, and this would be our B. Yeah, a couple of you typing, wow. Yeah, let me show you one more example of this, how this actually works. And we just simply repeat. We have A to B, just like that. And then we would look for the C pullback, and we'd look to get out of the market at the red extension here. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm showing you the manual way of doing this. I'm going to show you something that's even easier than all this. Let's go ahead. Let's just delete all this. Let's clean up our charts completely. Let's go ahead, let's delete all this, and let's go back here to the beginning of this new trend. Because I have a tool here that does all of this automatically for you. We'll teach you the manual way. We'll teach you how to find your A to B boundary. We'll teach you how to identify that C, the candlestick formations. We'll teach you about support and resistance, trend lines, counter trend line breaks. But let me show you here something special that's built into our charting platform. This is something that's patent pending. It's called our Smart Fibonacci tool. Smart Fibonacci tool. Here's all we need to do, my friends. All we need to do is identify that low point at the beginning of this new trend, and all I have to do is come down here and click with my Smart Fibonacci tool right there. Quickly and accurately The Smart Fibonacci tool automatically draws my Fibonacci's for me. That first ABCD, that second ABC, that third ABCD. Now, we can come in here and couple this here with our Smart Trendline tool, and watch what happens here. The market then comes up here, rallies up, finishes that last ABCD, and then begins to U-turn. In fact, let me delete all this here, and then watch what happens right here. In fact, let me extend this. I'll extend that right there. Right there. Bam. Now the market is going in the opposite direction. So like I told you, we can show you how to do this when the market's going up or when it's going down. When the market starts going the opposite direction, we simply take our Fibonacci tool and we can do it the opposite direction just like that. So let me show you how this works. We have our first A, B, C point right there. So everybody see we had a red retracement pullback in the opposite direction. We'd be looking for our D point right there. And look what happens. A, B, C, D right there. So what I'm going to show you one more of these here, and then I'm going to show you something that does all this even easier for you here. So let's go ahead. Let's clean that one up. And let me show you, once again, a couple of you are typing in, wow, watch this. We have identified our new A to B boundary. So we're now going to be looking for that C point. Let me delete this here, just like that. And we can come in here, spread our Fibonacci's, once again, A to B. Now watch what happens here. A, B, the market pulls back right here to the green retracement level. So then we'd be looking, in fact, if we were to draw a counter trend line, just like that, and we'll teach and show you how to do this, we would look to sell the market probably right around there. Now in this case, right, if we sell the market right here, where are we looking to sell it down to? Green to green. So watch what happens here. A, B, there's our C point, just like that. So we'd be looking to sell it down to the C, the D. Oops, hold on, let me advance this. And like clockwork, the market pulls back just a little bit, but then bam, comes down, hits our D. There's our D right there, and then we would then begin the whole thing over and over again. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead, let's delete all this here. Let's quickly show you what happens here at the live market, and then we'll do all this automatically for you. So we come in here, there's our new Fibonacci's using our Smart tool, and this is where the current live market is right here. So there's our current downward A, B, the market pull back right there, right here between our top red retracement level. So we then be looking to sell the market down here. So there's still about 108 pips of opportunity here, and this could be a current opportunity. So if you're writing this down right there, this is the pound yen on the 1 hour time frame. So what I just showed everybody here, in fact, let me move this over here to the side. I just showed you here the manual way of doing this here. I showed you how to use Fibonacci's, how to use trend lines, candlesticks. This is how we'll teach you. This is all part, in fact, let me pull this up right now. I'm going to pull this up for everybody here. This is all part of our Forex Foundations class. You will actually get this here. You will get this as part of our Momentum Breakout class. You'll learn how to use automated systems. You'll learn about all this here, the Momentum Breakout class, and there's a bunch more that is included as part of this here, as part of the Forex Foundations. In fact, let me come up here. Let's see if I can select that for everybody. And where is it? There we go, Forex Foundations. You'll get this as part of the Forex Foundations class. You'll learn what is the Forex. You'll learn about support and resistance, Fibonacci's, retracements and extensions, and an uptrend and downtrend equity management. If you've learned just a little bit with what I showed you, my friends, imagine what you learn when you go through all these. They're all video tutorials that'll teach you step by step on how to do all that just like that here. But what I'm going to do right now is I want to show you something special here, because we'll teach you and show you how to do all of this manually. We'll take you by the hand. You'll go into classes. We'll teach you and show you how to do this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the next step. Let me show you something that you don't have to know Fibonacci's. You don't have to know trend lines, counter trend line breaks, candlestick formations. We have a system here. It's part of our Momentum Breakout course that will quickly show you those breakouts here. That's what we call the Momentum Breakout course. Now, the thing about the traditional analytics is that it might take you a little bit of time to get up to speed. We have some things that will help get you up to speed a little bit quicker, but realistically, it could take you up to 60 days to learn how to manually do all this here. The Momentum Breakout course, all you need to do is identify green and red rectangles. You need to know how to count to 3, and literally, This will take you 60 minutes to learn. In fact, in the next, 20 minutes or so, I'm going to teach you how to do this, but you will have the creator of the program, Abe Kovnes here, he will actually teach you in live classes. We have live classes that go on Mondays and Tuesdays. He'll teach you and show you how to do this. So let's go ahead, let's go back into the charts, and let me explain to you what I'm talking about. Now, I just showed you here on the pound yen on the 1 hour time frame, all of this here, how to draw trend lines, how to trend line breaks. We'll teach you. Some of you might prefer to do it the manual way. Let me show you an easier way of doing this. What I've done is I've taken that pound yen currency pair and I've put on our momentum breakout indicator. In fact, it's momentum price detector is what you're seeing right here. So let me explain to you how this works here. You saw, you understood those Fibonaccis, you're kind of getting that, you understand how to manually trade. Watch this. All you need to know, this is the basics here. As part of the micro price detector, as part of the momentum breakout course, you're learning to use the micro price detector, which is on your screen right here. In fact, I'm actually showing you just one of these here. Hold on one second. Detector. Sorry about that. We're running out of time. I'm trying to go a little bit quicker here. So the micro price detector, what we've done is we simplified all this. This is something that Market Traders Institute created here. Let me show you how this works. Here's what you need to write down. You need to know that green, let's make this a little bit simpler. 3 green rectangles equal buy. That's how we're going to answer question number 1. Which direction is it going? And it's going to help us to answer where to get in. 3 red rectangles equals sell. That's all you really need to know with this strategy I'm showing you. Now, there's 2 other strategies we're going to teach you and show you how to use this. All you really need to know right now is how to identify 3 green or 3 red blocks here and whether you're going to buy or sell. So what it is, I'm going to go back here and let me show you how this works. I'm going to start right here. We'll go back about 2 weeks, but let's go ahead and let me show you how this works. Right here on this one, you would have had 1, 2, 3 red blocks. So what we would do is right there. We would sell right there at that end of that block right there. And we would hold our position. We would sell the whole way down until the market then U-turns, and then we would then exit our position right there when we get 3 red. So yeah, what we're doing is we're shorting the market. We're entering by selling first, exiting by buying here. So the thing about this is, yeah, we're not going to get the full wave. We're not going to get that full movement here, but the thing is we're catching the momentum as it's going down, and then when it U-turns and comes back up, we're exiting our position, we reverse our position. So this trade right here, this one right here, if we were to sell the market there and exit right there, once again, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, that trade right there, 90 pips in about 3 days. You know what, let's start right there. 90 pips, and that was in 3 days. Let me ask you this. Does this sound like something that's easy enough for everybody to understand? All you need to know is buy on green, sell on red. Not too bad. So that one, oops. So if I can go back out just to retype that. So plus 90 pips in 3 days. And that first trade. Now what we would do with this strategy is we would then reverse our position and we would buy right there. Does everybody understand? You buy on 3 green. So we would then reverse our position. We've already locked in, captured 90 pips. We're now going to buy right there, and we're going to hold our position. We buy. Right there we have 1 red block, and we have 1 red block right there. We're not selling yet until we get the 3 red blocks going down. So right here is where we would then sell our, hold on one second. We would then sell our position right there. So on this trade, if we bought on the 3rd green block and we exit on the 3rd one, red one going down, if we bought here and we sold here, if you look in the upper left-hand corner right there, that was in about 2 days, 95 pips in 2 days. Now all I'm doing is I'm just going back over the last month here, plus 92 pips in 2 days. Not too bad here. So I'll just go ahead, we'll just bring this to the live market. I'll show you exactly what we've done on this here in the last month or so. So here we go again. Everybody get this? We sell on 3 red. Is that simple enough? You sell on 3 red. We keep selling. We hold our position until right there. We then exit our position on that third red, I'm sorry, the third green right there. So is everybody getting this? Type in me, type in Y, type in yes if you understand this. If this sounds like something that's simple enough that you'd be able to use. You don't have to know Fibonacci's. You don't have to know trend lines. What this is doing is this is taking advantage of that momentum. What it's going to do is it's going to indicate that momentum, when the momentum has changed here. Yeah, so Ray says yes, Dan says yes, Jared does. Yeah, so let's go ahead, let's keep doing this here. So I showed you here 1, 2, and this trade right here is our third winning trade right there. This one right there, we entered by selling, exiting by buying 49 pips. Now I'll just type these out here, plus 49 pips. We'll start keeping track here. Now, we've had 3 winning trades. Now what happens here is that then the market, we buy into the market here, and then we have 1, 2, 3 green, 1, 2, 3 red. So we would then sell. In fact, let's start moving some of the, you know what, we'll leave those on there. We're going to sell our position right there. So as I mentioned before, my friends, there is no such thing as an undefeated season when trading. However, if you look at this, we would buy here, we sold here. How many pips did we lose on this trade? We lost 9 pips. In fact, we'll round that up. We lost 10 pips. Now, how many of you would be okay with losing 10 pips when we captured 92 pips on that one trade, 90 pips on that one, 49? Our winners are well outweighing what our loser has been so far. So not too bad. So we're selling. We're back in the market selling here. We had 1 green just like that. The market gives us 2 red, 1 green, 1 red, and then 1, 2, 3. We're then out of that trade. Right there. And we took another small loss on this one. Let's see what the loss is. I'm using my tool here. 28 pips. So is everybody starting to see a pattern here? We're taking advantage of those long moves here. They'll be able to take advantage of the long moves, but also we're limiting our risk here. And what was that? What did I say? 28 pips? Minus 28 pips on that one right there. So not too bad. We won 3, lost 2, but once again, our winners are much greater than our losses. So once again, we're buying into the market right here. We get 2 red blocks. Are we selling at this point? We're buying right there. Are we selling at this point? No, because we don't have 3 red to sell. We don't have permission to sell at this point. So watch what happens. We hold our position. The market comes up, and then 1, 2, 3, we would exit right there. Now, the neat thing about this here, I'm actually showing you these losses. In fact, this one right here is probably, that's actually, that one's a wash. We'll just type that as a wash on that one. We'll put that one right in the middle. We'll put that one right in the middle because you can't really tell whether we won or lost in that one. But what I want to do is let's zoom in on this one, because here's where the momentum price detector really takes off. Watch this. Let's move some of these over here. Just like that. I'm going to zoom in nice and tight on this. And we'll bring this to the live market. Watch what happens here. Now, this is just going back. This is going back about a week or so ago. Once again, 1, 2, 3 red blocks. So what are we going to do? We're going to sell right there. Once again, repeating this process. This is one of the 3 strategies we're going to teach you on how to use this. Very simple strategy to learn. So watch this. We sell. We sell, keep selling until the market comes down right here. We get 1 green block. We're still holding our position. Does everybody see that? We're going to still hold our position. Then the market comes down. Comes down like this. We get 2 green blocks. Are we selling yet? Are we buying out of our position? Not yet, because watch what happens here. 1, 2, 3. That is where we would exit that trade right there. Does everybody see? Does that make it pretty clear for everybody? All we're doing is we're buying on 3 green or we're selling on 3 red. Pretty straightforward on this trade right here. This one took advantage of that breakout. Once again, take advantage of these breakouts. It's going to teach you and show you how to do this just like that. Look in the upper left-hand corner on that one right there. 3 days, 160 pips. So plus 160 pips, and that was in 3 days. So let's go ahead and start adding some of these up here. We have 92, 90, 49. Let's put that one, what did I say, that was 160. Now, does this seem like something that is easy enough for you to type in me or type in Y? Give me some sort of indication. Does this seem like something without having to learn Fibonacci's? Or better yet, what if we were to have the creator of this program actually take you by the hand and actually trade with you to kind of help limit this risk, help to eliminate situations like this where, you know what, he might say, you know what, you probably don't want to trade in this area because we're probably getting some consolidation right there. Yeah, so yeah, Alan says yes. D says me, Anthony says me. So let's go ahead, let's bring this to the live market. We're about a week back here. Once again, we had 1, 2, 3 green blocks. So what are we going to do? We're going to reverse our position. We're going to buy. Let's see what happens here. The market rallies up, and then we get 1, 2, 3 coming back down again. So we would then sell our position right there. So in this trade right here, we entered buying on that 3 green. We exit selling on the 3 red, taking advantage of that breakout. Once again, we're not getting the full breakout, but you know what? The micro price detector here is going to help us to identify these. So in this case right here, 28 pips in about a little less than a day. So we'll add that one right there, 28 pips. Not the biggest win, but once again, the previous win we had over here is 160 pips. So I think we'll take those 28 pips better than losing 10 or losing 28. So let's go ahead. Let's keep advancing this. We now have reversed our position because we're now selling. We're selling on 3 green right there, or 3 red. And this is the simplest. This is only one of 3 strategies we're going to teach you on how to do this, but watch what happens here. We keep selling, keep selling, keep selling until we get 1, 2, 3 green. Just like that. So we then buy out of our position right there. This trade right there would have been worth 50 pips. And that was in about 1 day. So is everybody starting to see a repeating pattern here? Yeah, this is pretty nice right here. And we then buy. We hold our position. We buy on 3 green. 1, 2, 3, we exit our position. So I'm going to quickly bring this to the live market here because we're running out of time. Yeah, we got a little bit of time here, but on this trade right here, we bought on 3 green, we sell on 3 red. We'll say that was 70 pips. Yeah, a couple of you are typing in, wow, yeah, because you see this starting to add up. If you would have had this about, what, 2, 3 weeks ago, these are the type of results you have been able to get utilizing this. And like I said, we'll teach and show you how to do this. We'll teach and show you how to do this strategy. We'll teach and show you how to use 2 other strategies. Plus, like I said, the creator of the program, Abe Kaufness, he'll actually take you by the hand and show you how to do this as well. You'll have to trade live with him. So let's go ahead. Let's quickly bring this to live market. We sell on 3 red. And then we have 1, 2, 3. We exit our position right there. This one here, we sell on 3, exit on 3. That was plus 10. There we go. And then we're going to reverse our position. We buy on 3 green. Hold our position. 1, 2, 3. Exit right there. So we sell on red, green, or we buy on green, sell on red, plus 20 pips. And that was in fact, yeah, somebody just asked how long did that trade take? That one took about, yeah, it was a little bit less than a day or about a day or so. And I think we're getting pretty close to the live market. So we then would sell our position here and we'd exit right there. Yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty easy to identify. 3 red, 3 green, that one there looks like it was another wash. We made 2 pips on that one. We'll add it up, why not? Plus 2. And I think we're getting pretty close to the actual live market. So 1, 2, 3, oh, another loss. Not too bad. We would reverse our position here. We would sell right there, and we took a small loss of 32 pips. Once again, 32 pips, probably not that big of a deal when we've captured 90, 90, 49, 160. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winning trades, 3 losing ones, not too bad. So we reverse our position and then bam, we bring this to the live market. So here's where the current live market is right here. We're still in this trade. So based on where this is right now, we sold right here, and where the current live market is right about there, we'd be up 89 pips on that last one. Plus 89 pips. So what I want to do right now is let's go ahead, let's back this up. And let's add all this up. I'll bring out my calculator. And this is just going back back about 2, 3 weeks. We captured 92 pips, plus 90, plus 49, plus 160, plus 28, plus 50, plus 70, plus 10, plus 20, plus 2, and then we also had 89. And then we lost 10, we lost 28, and we lost 32. So over the course of about 3 weeks, 590 net pips, plus 590 pips net in 3 weeks. Now, if you you can use this on every single currency pair, just like I'm showing you here on the pound yen. There's 20 some other currency pairs you can utilize the exact same strategy on. Abe Kaufman, he'll take you by the hand and show you which ones to pay the most attention to and using this here. Now, in 3 weeks, if you were doing a standard lot on that, that would have been what, about 5,000? Oops. Hold on 1 second here. What did I say? 590 pips? There we go. 590 pips. With a standard lot, that would have been $5,900 in 3 weeks. Profit. I'm sorry about that. Profit in 3 weeks. So the question I have to ask everybody is, one, does this seem like something that's easy enough that you can do? It's easy enough to find out where red is, where 3 green is, getting in and going out. Or better yet, how many of you are liking this strategy? How many of you think that just based on what I just showed you here in the last 20 minutes, this is something that you could do? Type in me, type in Y if this is something that you think that you can do. Okay, great. Yeah, so Anthony, thank you. Derek, Rudy. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you here how to actually get this on your desk here today. Because what I just showed you here, this is only one of the 3 strategies you're going to learn as part of the Momentum Breakout course. All of this I showed you here today, you're going to get as part of this here. So what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and let me show you some of the type of results that our students are getting from this Momentum Breakout course. And I'll show you how you can get this in your hands here today. These are actual results from the Momentum Breakout course coming from September. As I said at the beginning of the webinar, using the same strategy I showed you here, 7,564 pips since September. If you're trading a standard lot, that would be about $75,000 in profit off of those currency pairs. That would be an average about 1,500 pips a month, or about $15,000 in profit if you were trading a standard lot month after month after month. Now let's hear from some of our students that are actually taking advantage of this here, talking about here how Josh is a committed coach and averaging 200 pips a week. I just captured 450 pips following your analysis, up 465 pips, 1,610 pips for the weekend, plus 3,100 pips for the month, and so on. In fact, actually, this was actually a screenshot from one of our recent Momentum Breakout courses, one of our live classes. You can see here, we asked our students, what type of results are you getting? This student here, Dawn, says he was up 1,060 pips this week. If he's trading a standard lot, he'd be up about $10,000 that week. We have Brayley here. Brayley was up 1,200 pips. We have Gregory was up 679 pips, and so on. You can look these over and you see them here, but these are actual Momentum Breakout course students here. We have Raymond here up 960 pips off of trading on that right here. So everything I showed you here, my friends, is part of the Momentum Breakout course. Now, the Momentum Breakout course I'm showing you here, this is only being offered for this week. It's being limited. It's part of our launch program. That's why we decided to show this here today, because we only have a couple days left as far as getting involved with this. Our last class is going to be on March 16th. So that's one of the reasons you want to get in. Plus, we have the pound breakout prediction coming up here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all this here. As part of the Momentum Breakout course, you will get unlimited access to all of this here. You will get that Momentum Breakout trading system I showed you here, the micro price detector. You will get 3 proven time-tested strategies. I just showed you one. I'll go over the other 2 with you here in just a second. You also get the FX Foundations online tutorial. That online tutorial that I showed you here will teach you all that manual analysis. You get that as part of this as well. The Ultimate Charting software, you'll get that as part of the course for 2 months to take it for a test drive and to see how well it works. The live trading sessions, they're 3 days a week. For 2 months, you'll get those as well. The Analyst on Demand, I even get a chance to talk about that. You'll get access to our professionals each and every day as part of the Analyst on Demand. You can log into a chat room, a live chat room where the analysts will be doing live analysis right there, right in front of you. You can ask questions as you're going along. And everything I showed you here today, you can take risk-free. Everything's risk-free. Get it for 60 days. You don't have to take my word on this. Go through it for 60 days. If you're not seeing the same type of results I just showed you here, if you don't think that the Momentum Breakout course is for you, no worries. Return the program. You get a full refund. It's a 6-day risk-free guarantee. So limited time availability. Like I said, this is it. This is our last chance to get the momentum breakout course for this year. We limit these class sizes. In fact, we only have 8 spots left to get into this course. So what I'm going to do right now, I see yourself, a couple of you asking, how do we get involved? If you want to have that conversation right now, you want to talk to an education specialist on getting involved and getting and reserving one of your spots right now, go ahead. Type your phone number into the chat box right now. Put me, let me know that you want to find out about reserving one of those last 8 spots because they will fill up quickly here. So, wow. Yeah, so Carol, thank you. Alvaro, we got you down as well. Todd, yeah, so yeah, there's 8 spots. They are on a first come, first serve basis here. But those of you that are doing that here, yeah, so Ash, I got you down. Jacob. So, yeah, at any point you can, if you want to feel you're ready to make that decision, have that conversation, type your phone number in. I'll have an education specialist or even myself. I'll reach out to you and I'll talk to you about this. Now, what do I do right now is the momentum breakout course. Normally, it's $3,494. However, as part of Investor Inspiration here today, as part of this pre-launch special here today, what we're going to do is we're going to slash that. We want to make sure that everybody has the ability to get into this course and take advantage of it here. So the neat thing about all this is not only do you get all of the momentum breakout course that I just showed you here today, but those of you that take action right now. If you type your phone number in the chat box, we can show you how you can get into Joshua Martinez's live class here today, where he's going to be going over 4 currency pairs. He'll be going over 4 British pound currency pairs, and he'll be talking about his pound breakout prediction here. Now, timing is everything on this here because 7 o'clock tonight, he's going to be going over this. We're already up, I think, about 1,200 or 1,400 pips on this. If you're saying, William, I want to get into that class, I want to find out how I can become part of the pound breakout prediction, you can do just like what Montgomery did. Montgomery says, yes, he wants to get involved, so Montgomery, I have your phone number down, and Evan, I have you down as well. Yeah, you don't have to ask me if you can do that. You can just go ahead and type that in at any time. So, yeah, so we have that coming up here today as part of the pound breakout prediction. Josh will be live in a live class here today. So what I'm going to do is, hold on one second here. My PowerPoint has frozen up. There we go. There we go. So we're adding some pre-launch value onto this as well. So yeah, so for those of you that have already typed, Montgomery and Evan and Terrence, I saw you guys that have typed your phone numbers in. On top of all this, not only are you going to get the 2 months of the charts, 2 months of the live trading room, as a special bonus here for Investor Inspiration, this is only for this webinar here today, we'll get you 4 additional months of the charts. That's an additional $1,000 value. And on top of that, 4 months of those live trading sessions. So for those of you that take action here today, we're going to give you almost $3,000 of additional added value on top of it, and you're also going to get into those pound breakout prediction web classes that we have. Each and every week we're looking at average about 500 pips. So right there, getting access to those pound breakout prediction webinars with Josh live, right there is well worth it just for the cost of admission. So overall, everybody that gets involved here today, you're going to get almost $6,500 in value as part of the momentum breakout course. Now, for Investor Inspiration, you're not going to be paying $6,500. You're not going to be paying $3,495. Those are the values of this course. If you go onto our website, those are the values that you'll find there. However, for Investor Inspiration here today, this is it. This is the last chance. This is our last webinar here today, last opportunity to get part of this Investor Inspiration special. We're going to immediately take $1,200 off the cost of the course. Now, it says on here we have 13 spots left. It's actually 8 because we had a webinar earlier here today. We just signed up 5 new students. So what I want everybody to do, those of you that have typed in, yes, you're ready to get started, yes, you can see yourself doing this, type your phone number in right now. Type your phone number into the question box. Say me. All you're going to do is you're going to request some additional information about this. Get all your questions answered. We'll get you involved here today, just like this here. Now, the neat thing about this is that either myself or one of our education specialists will reach out to you. We'll answer all your questions. We'll go over all the details of this as well. And then you're off to the races. It's up to you here. Now, we do have 2 ways of getting started. In fact, actually, yeah, Wade just asked, is there a payment plan? Here's what I want everybody to do. For those of you that are all ready to get started, you want to reserve one of those 8 spots that we have for the for the Momentum Breakout course that is on March 16th. Type your phone number in. If you can make a one-time payment, type the letter A next to it. That's option A. It's a one-time payment. You'll get all these special bonuses as part of it. Now, for those of you like Wade and Charles that asked about the payment plan, here's what I want you to do. I want you to type your phone number into the chat box, put the letter B next to it. That is for the payment plan. We have an easy, affordable payment plan we can get you started here today. So, yeah, once again, yeah, I said a couple of you are typing your phone numbers in. Evan says he's a B. Thank you for that, Evan. Yeah, those of you that are typing your phone numbers in, Evan, I got you down with a B. Carl says he's an option A. Thank you for that, Carl. Roger says he's a B. Yeah, those of you that are interested in the payment plan, option B. If you're looking to make a one-time payment on this, and once again, this is only for today as part of Investor Inspiration, but also it's a last opportunity to get involved with the Momentum Breakout course here today. So Omar, thank you for that. I got you down. Yeah, those of you that have already typed your phone numbers in, just go ahead, type confirm next to it to let us know that you are ready to get started. We'll reach out to you as part of that as well. So thank you for that, Anthony, as well. Now, the neat thing about this is whether you go with option A, like Carl did, or option B, like Wade did here, each option comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. We're going to give you 60 days to try this out. Once again, you're not taking my word for this. Give you 60 days to go through the course here, take it for a test drive, see if this is for you. See if what I'm showing you here actually works. You'll get taken by the hand. You'll get everything here. You'll get those live classes. You'll get the systems. Everything I showed you is included as part of this here. So take it for a test drive. Take it for the 60 days. See if this is for you. If you decide this isn't for you, simply give your representative a phone call. No questions asked. We'll get you this here. So yeah. So once again, 2 months to get this started here today. So yeah. So Charles says he's, yeah. Those of you that are ready to get started like Charles, just type your phone number in. Type me. We'll reserve one of those last 8 spots here. Yeah. Once those last spots fill up, that's it. So not only are we giving you an investor inspiration special here today, we're going to save that for you today. Now, those of you that are ready to get started, you're going to get into that live class that's coming up here on March 16th. You will be in a live class. It'll be online. You can learn how to do this right from the comfort of your own home, where not only will you learn that first strategy I showed you, but you're also going to learn 2 other strategies as part of this here today, as part of the Momentum Breakout course. So you might want to write that down. Those of you that just are typing your phone numbers in, Derek says he's ready to get started. Yeah, those of you like Derek, type March 16th down. That is when the next class is going to be, and that is it. This is the last opportunity to get this in your hands here today. So yeah, so Nathaniel just asked, can we do this tomorrow? Nathaniel, I suggest if you're ready to get started, reserve one of those spots, at least type your phone number in. Or, yeah, a couple of you are saying if you want to reserve your spot now, give us a phone call, 407-585-2417. You'll speak to an education specialist, get all your questions answered, and then we'll make sure you get one of those spots reserved. Now, everybody that does take action here tonight, you're also going to get into that live pound breakout prediction webinar here. So yeah, I saw a couple of you that have expressed some interest in that. Just yeah, go ahead, let the education specialist know you're interested in getting that. We'll send you out the link for that as well. So what I'm going to do is we're about to bring this to a close. I saw a couple of you typed your phone numbers in already but didn't put down an option. This will help get us to the right person that you need to speak to today. Yeah, Thomas, I saw you were asking about that. And I got Jay. Now, Jay, I think you said you were interested in the payment plan, so just go ahead and type B and we'll get you started with that as well. And Oliver, thank you as well. Yeah, so Omar, yeah, that's a good question. Anybody has any questions? Type your phone number in. We'll reach out to you, get you those questions as well. So what I'm going to do right now is I've run out of time. I've gone over my time. I just want to show everybody, I want to answer Jared's question here. Jared's asking, do you get the 60-day money-back guarantee with either option? Yeah, whether it's option A or option B, you'll get the opportunity for a 60-day money-back guarantee as part of this here today. This is, once again, something special for Investor Inspiration. Once again, there's only 8 spots left. I've already called out probably 8 names. Those of you that are ready to get started, you want to lock in your spot, I suggest giving us a phone call, 407-585-2417. Get started here today and you're off to the races. Now, I actually have a couple of you here. A lot of you have been asking some good questions. There might be something holding you back. Some of you might be saying, you know what, I'm ready to get started, might have some questions. Let's make it easy for everybody here. We have a way, some of you have been asking about an option C. Let's talk about that right now. We have the ability here where you can get the entire program for free. Now, I'm not going to go over the details about that here in the webinar. Here's what I'm going to ask everybody that's interested in getting this information. We have a couple different plans here that you could possibly get the entire program for free. But what you're going to need to do is you need to type your phone number into the chat box, put the word free next to that. I'm going to leave this up for 1 more minute because we're about to run out of time. As you type your phone number in the chat box, put the word free next to it. I'll have an education specialist reach out to you. They'll go over all the details on this here today. So once again, this is limited to the first 10 of you that take action here today. So thank you for that. Daniel, thank you for that. We got you down. Yeah, that's all you have to do is just simply type your phone number into the chat box, put the word free next to it, and we'll reach out to you and get you that information here. So Andrew, thank you. Yeah, everybody that's ready to get started. In fact, let me do is I'm going to send something out into the chat box for everybody. I'm going to send this out into the chat box to make sure that everybody can hear me and understand, just like this. And there we go. So yeah, we got you down here. Thank you for that. We got you down, Daniel, Thomas, I got Oliver as well. Yeah, all you have to do is simply just type your phone number into the chat box, put the word free next to it. We'll reach out to you and we'll get you that information. So Omar, thank you. We got you down as well. Royce is asking, what do you do? Royce, just type your phone number into the chat box, put the word free next to it. I got D, and I got Rudy. And on that note, my friends, I got Todd. Thank you for that. Yeah, so I'll leave this up here for about another 10 seconds. I just want to thank everybody for being a part of this Investor Inspiration webinar here with us here today. Those of you that are getting started here, Wade, I see you said you're calling in. Thank you for that. Carol, we have you down for free. Yeah, those of you, if you don't want to wait for the education specialist to reach out to you, just simply give us a phone call right now, 407-585-2417. We have an education specialist standing by. We'll reach out to you, get you that information here. So Dan just asked, is it too late to take advantage of one of the options? Yeah, Dan, just simply type your phone number and let us know which option you're interested in, and we can get that out to you as well. So I got Keenan, thank you, Todd, and Raymond. So I'm going to leave this up for about another 10 seconds. Those of you that are still in the room, take advantage of this here. So on that note, I want to wish everybody the best in your newfound Forex trading career. And on that note, I wish everybody a good day, and thank you for those of you that are getting started. So thank you for Investor Inspiration for this as well. I wish you all a good day.